My name is Kenneth Westgate, and my rank was E5, Electronics Technician. So my story about when it really gets interesting is about in it was March 11th, 1967, was the last day we were supposed to be in Vietnam. We were supposed to leave at noon, and I had just gotten done eating, and then I had to go on watch at noon. And for some reason we were still there, and I don't know why we didn't leave that morning or what. It's beyond me. But I went to my watch in the gun mount, and about 3 or 4 o'clock, we started shooting our guns. And we were close to shore, I guess. We were shooting the guns to the North Vietnamese. We were in North Vietnam. And our gun mount got hit. And of course, the gun mount I was in. And it was right above my head. As a matter of fact, I was just telling the guys downstairs, the shell hit on a beam about this big, right above my head. And there was a hole just like as big as one of these ceiling tiles on this side, and another hole on the other side. And I looked up and I looked out, and I could look out into the sky. And first of all, I thought that our guns blew up. But then I said, if our guns blew up, I wouldn't be alive. So I said, well, our guns didn't blow up. So I didn't know what happened. So I looked, and of course, I was kind of stunned, and it was just like in a movie, just like you see in a movie. There was smoke all over the place, and there was oil spraying, and I thought to myself, well, this is going to start on fire. I got to get out of here. And I looked, and the inside of a gun mount is painted white. I don't know if you know that, but it's all painted white inside. And I looked, and of course, I'm sitting on a chair just like this, and that was my job. I looked up on this wall, and it was all red. And then I finally figured out what that was. And I looked down. I don't know, at some time I looked down and my hip bone was sticking out. And I couldn't breathe. But anyway, so I said, I got to get out of here. So I stood up, and I fell flat on my face. Flat on my face. So then in the gun mount, they're about this far off the ground. And there's a hole in the back of the gun mount where you can crawl up and down. So I got up and I fell on my face, and I crawled out onto the deck. And I just laid there, and then they came and got me. Well, I couldn't breathe because I had 3 holes in my right lung. As a matter of fact, one of the shrapnel came in my upper chest right here and came out here. So, and I was breathing just try to do that for a little while. And I'll tell you one thing about when we got shot. And when you're an enlisted person and you're just going to be in there for 2 or 4 years or whatever, you think, these lifers are, that's all they could do in life. Well, that's not true at all, believe me. When we went to emergency, general quarters, they were professionals. Boom, 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 know what to do. That's unbelievable. And it gives you a whole different perspective on those type of individuals that spent their years in the service. It took a long time to sink in, but it did. It especially did then. I was thankful at that time because you needed somebody that was going to make some decisions fast and correctly, So they hauled me into, they said the officers' quarters and put me on a table in there, and there was blood all over the place, and all I know is I couldn't breathe. And so, they didn't do anything right there. Well, anyway, so this is the funny part of the story. So they kind of patched me up, I guess, and then they were going to transfer us to the USS Canberra, which is a cruiser, which had doctors on it. We didn't have doctors on our ship, we just had corpsmen. And the funny thing was, they were going to, you know the baskets they do with the ropes? That they rope you over? The high line, I think they call it. And about 2 months before that, we had transferred an XO from our ship to another ship on that one of those seating baskets where you sit in it. So they came over there, and the XO went down into the water, did 3 flips, and I thought, wow, if I'm not dead, I'm going to die now. But the ride was just like smooth. I mean, just smooth as glass. And so I was sitting in sick bay there, and I'll never forget this. And there was one guy that got wounded very minor, and he was laughing. Now, I don't know if he was laughing from shock, or he was laughing because he thought something was funny. If I could have got up, I'd have killed him, because I was hurting. They took me in and they operated on me for like 3 hours. Cleaning up, I guess, cleaning up stuff, and give me a chest tube to reinflate my lung. And I do remember this, that there was a priest in there. But that's probably not significant to a Protestant. But after I became Catholic, because I married about 8 years ago, I became Catholic. Now I know what that means. I thought, whoa, that wasn't good. If I'd have known that. But the priest held my hand the whole time. I'll never forget that. And then the next thing I did was they transferred me